Hey everybody, thanks for stopping in. Tonight we're going to break open a few more vintage packs that I have accumulated here. Mostly, about half of what I have is going to be score products. We are going to be opening up a few of the 1988 score packs in search of Tom Glavine rookie cards. We are also going to be opening up some 1989, looking for just a few of the rookies there, like Sheffield, Randy Johnson, a few other nice cards here. We are also going to be opening up some 1990 score baseball in search of Frank Thomas and the Bow football baseball. And then some 1991 Score Series 1, where mostly we are going to be looking for Mike Mussina rookie cards. I do have some other non-score packs here, so we are going to be opening up a couple of the 1988 Fleer baseball. Edgar Martinez is the big card in here. We are also going to open up a couple packs of 1991 Find the Nolan low edition cards. So mostly we are looking for the Michael Jordan SP1 as well as the needle in the haystack of getting the Nolan autograph. A couple of other packs here. We are going to be doing some 1990 Donruss. Does not appear to be an error box. Not necessarily the best set in the world, but we're going to open them up anyway. We are going to be opening up a couple 1990 Fleer, just looking for Dave Justice rookie cards along a few others. And then 1991 Bowman, looking for Chipper Jones rookies along with a few other notable rookies. And then the highlight of this and a few streams to come is 1990 Leaf Series 1, looking for Frank Thomas rookie cards. So we do have quite a few things here. We're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to start with the 88 score. I always liked this set growing up. I love the different color variations here, score. They did a good job making it a little bit different than most of the other sets around that were mostly the same color here. But we are going to start off with Andre the Hawk Dawson, followed by Mike Schmidt, so back-to-back really good players here, followed by Kirby Puckett. You cannot go wrong with these first three cards as far as overall talent. We have Larry Parrish, Carmelo Martinez, Teddy Higuera, Darryl Strawberry, Jeff Montgomery, I believe that is his rookie card, Reggie Jackson, Angels year, and Sid Fernandez. So as far as star players, there's a lot of firepower in that pack right there. Next one we are going to open up. We start off with Dave Winfield right off the bat again with another really big name, followed by Tim Wallach, Darrell Evans, Jimmy Key with Mickey Brantley, Hubie Brooks, Ron Guidry. We have Don Mattingly and Jack Clark. We have our first rookie, Greg Jeffries, who I would have been floored in 1988 to open up this pack and see Greg Jeffries in there. And then followed by rookie sluggers with Mark McGwire and Matt Stokes. So that would have been a pack that everybody would have wanted back in '88. And then our final 88 score pack, we start off with Joe McGrain with Danny Tartabull, one of the more underrated players, followed by Tim Raines, then Tim Burke, Don Baylor, Andy Van Slyke, Rick Aguilera, Dennis Martinez, and Yvonne Calderon. So three really good packs as far as getting some big names in there. So that's kind of neat. We're going to skip over to 1990 Donruss. Bad part about this box is it does appear that the back card is going to get some wax stuck in there, at least based off of my first couple packs that I opened up from this box. Not too bad on this one, a little bit there, but a lot of wax residue on it. We have Walt Weiss, Mike Schmidt, all-time great, Brady Anderson, Rick Sutcliffe, Jack Howell, Steve Sachs. We have a Bo Jackson, Oh, there is an error in here. So Jack Morris, I did get my first error card with going through the line on Jack Morris there, and then Andre Dawson with the wax stain on it. So hadn't seen any of the errors of the lines going through the name or the star in the first couple packs, but obviously there are still some errors in this run with that Jack Morris. So I would love to get one of the Harold Baines errors that they had with this line through the All-Star or some of the other big All-Stars with that same problem. We have an Eric Davis followed by an MVP Eric Davis. So Cincinnati Red fans would have loved to open up this pack. Andre Scalaraga, Mookie Wilson with the Blue Jays, which just doesn't seem right to me. Ozzie Smith, Kurt Schilling, Greg Swindell, Tony Gwynn MVP card. Harold Baines, and Tony Phillips. So nothing too great in those packs, but it's not the greatest set in the world. All right, we're going to go with our 89 score next. This was one of the first score sets that I actually collected. So it always has a special place even in my heart, even though there's not a whole lot of really good cards in this set here. Tim Tuffle, Bruce Hurst, Jeff Reardon, Jeff Russell, Steve Trout, Norm Charlton rookie, Sandy Alomar. Would have absolutely loved to have that card back in '89. And then our last pack here. We start off with Jeff Reed, Alfredo Griffin, Glenn Braggs, Kent Herbeck, Mike Jackson, Tom Pagnozzi, Chuck Finley, Chad Kruder, Dwight Smith rookie, which would have been another really amazing card to get, and a Greg Jeffries second year. So seeing a lot of score Greg Jeffries here. If I get one in the 1990 set, that'll be Greg Jeffries triple threat. So let's go ahead and open up the 1990. Even though I normally save these for later, the Bo Jackson card. We're going to go ahead and open it up here. Start off with Nelson Liriano, Greg Olson, who is a guy that I got a chance to meet, was really excited to meet him. Ozzie Smith again, and Bo Jackson, and Andre Dawson. So, and then we have a Wade Boggs highlight with Jack Morris. So a lot of the same names in all these packs here. Tim Raines, Darren Dalton, and that's about it. And in our second pack, we have a Walt Weiss, Ryan Sandberg, followed by Doc Gooden, Dave Winfield. We have Kyle Abbott as the draft pick, Jeff King, Kevin Brown, Wally Joyner, Todd Zeal rookie card. So that would have been a good card to open up in 1990. And our last 1990 score, and our is going to start off with Von Calderon again, B.J. Surhoff, Omar Vizquel, Mike Scott, Joey Albert Bell, Barry Larkin, Bobby Bonilla, Kevin Ritz, and Chip Hale. So nothing too big in the score, but again, a lot of the same big names here. And then our last scorecards, we'll go ahead and get these out of the way and wrap up score with 91 Series 1. Chipper Jones obviously is in Series 2, so we won't be getting any of these tonight, but hoping to get a Musina out of one of these packs. We have Ricky Henderson doing what he does best, stealing bases, followed by Ricky Jordan, Tim Raines again, Todd Van Poppel, which would have been amazing to get back in 91, and a forgettable card now. Dave Cone K-Man, Mark Langston K-Man card, Paul O'Neill, Alejandro Pena, Sean Dunston, and Luis Salazar around that pack. And in our final score pack of the night, We start off with Jack McDowell, which would have been a really good card to get back in '91. With a Ken Griffey Jr. All-Star, Fred McGriff Master Blaster, George Brett, and Mike Heath. So, yeah, nothing too exciting with the Fleer. I'm sorry, with the scorecard. So now we're going to go with let's start off with 88. Let's work our way up. So we're going to, looking for Tino Martinez rookie card. A lot of other good cards in here, but nothing too great in the set. We start with Al Hall, Terry Kennedy, Mike Scott, Alvin Davis, Checklist, Chuck Finley, Dave Dravecki, Bill Buckner, Sid Fernandez, and last in this pack, Dale Murphy and Keith Hernandez All-Star. And in our second and final 88 Fleer pack for the night, starts off with Darryl Miller, Kevin Mitchell, Todd Benzinger. We have a Don Mattingly. Can't ever go wrong with Donnie Baseball. As much as a Mets fan as I am, I always loved Mattingly. He'll always be one of my favorite players. So, not a whole lot there. Again, not much unless you get the Tino Martinez. So we are going to now go to the 1990 Fleer. Again, not the most flashy set here. One card that I always look for is Blaine Beatty, who, if you follow me, knows that's one of my favorite all-time baseball players. Never made it big in the majors, but he was one of my favorites. We have Harold Baines All-Star, Matt Kinzer, and Wayne Edwards. Rick Reed, I believe that is his rookie card. Might have possibly had an 89, but I believe that was his rookie. Keith Comstock, Willie McGee, Mike Boddicker, Rick Mailer, Marquise Grissom, another card that everybody would have loved to have opened up at the time. Matt Williams, Mark Lemke, Willie Randolph, and Jay Tibbs to finish off the pack. And as we keep winding down here, we are going to go ahead and get our second 1990 Fleer pack. Mike Harkey, very cocky smile there. Mike Heath. We have a Mike Rosler and Derek May rookie. Tim Cruz, as I will always mention, along with Steve Olin, very tragic death. And then Juan Gonzalez, another card that everybody would have loved to have opened up in 1990. Kevin Seitzer, Dave Righetti, Eric Anthony, also a card that everybody would have been excited to have. So this would have been a really good pack in 1990. Lance Blankenship and Lenny Dykstra. All right, and we're going to go with the 91 Bowman next. I know in this box the gum card, actually I was about to say the gum card usually is ruined. That one just fell right off here, so make me eat my words. And we'll start off with Kelly Gruber with the gold slugger sticks. We have a Mike Mussina rookie card, so that's a nice card there. Bob Melvin, Jeff Juden, who I thought was going to do really good. Glenn Allen Hill. Kirk Dressendorfer, one of my favorite names to say. Jack Morris, Dan Wilson, and Tom Goodwin to finish off. So we did get a Mussina rookie out of that, so that's a nice little bonus for that pack. And in this one, we do have the gum sticking, so I think that one's probably pretty much ruined. So, fortunately, Eddie Whitson, not really a high-value player, so nothing to be crying home to mom about. We do have a Bobby Bonilla Gold Sticks card. Tony Pena. Larry Anderson, always known for his quips. Wally Joyner, Lee Smith, one of the great closers of all time. Checklist, Jim Leyritz, Steve Decker, Andre Dawson yet again, Danny Tartabull, and Joel Johnston to finish off that pack. Alright, so we are down to our final 4 packs for this video. We are now going to go with the 91 Upper Deck, looking for that rare Nolan autograph or Michael Jordan SP1. And I hate these because they're all over the place. That's the one thing I hated about Upper Deck. But we start off with Steve Searcy, Greg Cadaret, Jeff Howe, and we have a Chipper Jones rookie card. So awesome pull here, very good centering all the way around, so that's a very nice card. That's going to get put into a top holder when I'm done here. Jim Leyritz, Bob Walk, and we have a John Olerud second year card, Joe Baver, Mark Grace, Mark Knudsen, Danny Jackson, Jose Uribe, Chris Nabholz, Scott Bradley, and Scott Radinsky. So a really good pack there with the Chipper Jones. Looks like all the corners are pretty crisp on that Chipper one. Had a little questionable ding, but it looked like it's in good shape. It's like a weird angle to look at it. So in our last pack here, we have Sandy Alomar Jr., Jack Morris, Fred McGriff, Mark Portugal, Candy Maldonado, Mike Moore, Carmelo Martinez, Mike Henneman, Willie Randolph, another checklist, Bo Jackson, and Ken Daly. So nothing too exciting there. Always nice to get a Bo, even though it's not one of the more valuable cards in the set. Alright, and we are down to our 2 packs of 1990 Leaf Series 1, looking for Frank Thomas. As I mentioned in my last video, I did pull a Frank Thomas in my first pack. Paid about $5 for back in 1990. High value even back then. And as a teenager, I couldn't afford to buy too many of them, so I was lucky to pull Frank Thomas. Unfortunately, I had never heard of him at that point and sold it for not too much. So that was one of my bigger regrets. I'd sold it before it got up to the $150 value that it was at the peak there. But start off with Tim Leary, Ozzie Smith, Shane Mack, Bobby Bonilla, George Brett, Greg Jeffries, Cecil Fielder, Ramon Martinez, and Lance Parrish. So the George Brett is a decent card with some value there, but nothing too great in that pack here. All right, and in our second pack, we have Fred McGriff, Harold Baines, Kevin Mitchell, Jay Buhner, Jose Canseco. Not the greatest centering there. Would have been thrilled to pull that in 1990. Vince Coleman, Jose Leand, Robin Yount, Bo Jackson, and Gary Ward. So nothing too great in those packs. The highlight is definitely going to be our Chipper Jones Upper Deck rookie, as well as the Mike Mussina Bowman rookie. So looking forward to getting those put away in top sleeves here. Do thank you for taking some time to watch this video. Please like and subscribe. If you like this kind of content, please follow. I have a lot more planned in the near future, some really exciting things upcoming, and I want to share that with everybody here. So please like, subscribe, and I hope to see everybody here back soon.